Hi, welcome to another edition of Pauline Interviews. Once again, we're here at the New Renaissance Bookstore in their event center, and I always want to thank them so much. I appreciate them letting me do the interviews here. They have all kinds of wonderful speakers, events, lectures, and a great bookstore. They have so many different items in the bookstore. We did a story on them about a week or so ago, so I hope you can catch that one too. But today I want to get started right away because I have one of the most interesting people I've ever interviewed. She's getting a little embarrassed now. Her name's Sandi Buchanan, and I'm not going to say much about her. I'm going to let her tell you because I don't know where to begin. Sandi, thank you so much for coming in. I'm so glad I met you, and then I found you, and that you agreed to do the interview. I'm just going to say quickly, there's so many different things when I looked at your website: energy, house clearing, energy shift, transmissions, intuitive readings, message from angels, oracle card readings, spiritual life purpose, mentoring, coaching,
Akashic Records.
Akashic Records. That you like talking about that.
I do. I like talking about all of it, as you could tell when we were chatting before we start.
Yes. But before you tell us, because there's so many things, and I hate to give people a title or make you title yourself, but what would you call yourself? An intuitive reader, a channeler?
Intuitive spiritual guide, because spiritual to me encompasses energy. Everything is energy in the universe, right? Mm-hmm. So that all the transmissions, all the intuitive work, even teaching people and having them use the oracle cards, it's all about energy and learning how to use your own energy and trust it.
How did you train for this?
I didn't. Life. I started out, I was about age 3. And I remember we were getting on a plane to go back to visit family in Rhode Island, the old prop planes. And I'm sitting in the airport watching people. And I'm thinking, how come they see people die? How can you die? You can't just go. You've got this breathing body, and you've got this heart, and you get memories and stuff. And then I started seeing energetic beings around me, and I felt that they were angels and that they came in with me in this lifetime. So it kept carrying on throughout my whole life, and then I started helping people cross over, not realizing that I was helping them to let go, rainbow bridge between them and their families and things that otherwise weren't said. And that's what I actually named my business, was Radiant Journeys. So.
And we're going to put some information up on our screen at some point, so people, if they want to get in touch with you. Now, I'm listening to you say when you were 3 years old, you started seeing people that crossed over and spirits and things. I mean, at 3 years old, maybe you think they're imaginary playmates or something. You didn't think anything of it?
I didn't, and I thought that everybody saw this and felt this. And when I work with people, everybody can. And one of the things that is my passion is to help them find the triggers of what squashed that spiritual being, that beautiful soul that came in to learn, to grow, to experience, and to love.
So what you're saying is that when I was 3, perhaps I could have done the same thing you did, but somewhere it got squelched, or I didn't know I had it. So did you tell adults that were raising you, or people around you? Did you tell them?
I tried to, but they thought I was crazy, and I was raised in organized religion in the Catholic Church. My turning point with that came, and there's a lot of different things that happened in between, but when I was 17, I was on the way into Mass with my mother, and we were arguing because she couldn't drive. I had to take her to Mass. She insisted I go into Mass. I was done because I'd been to other churches, and I'm like, if there's a God, there's a creator up there, how can they have so many rules and regulations and kill people and do all this bunch of stuff and judge and blah, 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 blah. So I said, I'm not going to church anymore. Well, it didn't go over well with my mother. She was older. They adopted me. She's very Catholic. So the priest that knows me really well walks by, and he goes, hey, Mrs. Buchanan, I have an idea for you. And if this is okay with Sandi. And he goes, Sandi, would you be interested on Sundays while your mother is in Mass, would you be interested in going up and teaching the 4-year-olds for me? Yeah, I love kids. Yes.
You were 17.
I was 17. My mother did not like that idea. She wanted me to go to Mass. Well, we won. My mother walked off, but here's the turning point for me. Father K looked me directly in the eyes and said, thank you, and I want you to deliver all of the messages from the angels that you receive and teach the children about the angels.
Oh my God.
I know. That still gives me chills because that was when I was accepted and acknowledged for those gifts that I thought everybody just did.
But how did he know that you were seeing angels?
Isn't that neat?
Yeah, but how did he know
He later
this?
left the priesthood.
Oh,
Does
he
that
did?
tell you anything?
Yes, but how did
He was opening up.
Did your mother tell him that she was having problems with you because you were seeing? How
No,
did
my
he,
mother didn't know.
Oh, how did he know that you were? Is he maybe?
Yes.
Aha.
Yes, he saw the energy around me.
Oh.
I did ask him later. I said, so how did you know? He said, well, I saw Archangel Michael. He said, you always have Archangel Michael right here. And I've been in events where I'm doing my messages and people say, thank you, I saw angels for the first time. Because there's the white Archangel Michael who protects me and all that channels through is pure. Then on this side, there's purple. That's Saint Germain. Saint Germain in the violet flame takes anything negative, sends it out into the universe. So
Well, I don't, I just love what you're saying, and people are going to be watching this and go, this lady, I don't know. People that
crazy.
watch this show know that they have an interest in this, but some
Yeah.
people will tune in and go, what? But that's because they don't understand that everything's energy. They don't understand that we come into this world, we're so bombarded, I mean, we get it taken away from us.
We do, yeah. You have to do this. You have to go to societal standards. You have to go to familial religions, standards, ideas. And so how are we given a chance to really evolve and be ourselves as souls incarnated in a physical body?
You got lucky. I would think
I
that
did.
you've had many incarnations, though. I mean, it seems like you're pretty spiritually developed. I'm still working on it. So for me, who's very interested and very open,
Yeah.
how can I learn to see angels, or do I need to, or do I want to, or?
If you want to, then there are a lot of us. There's some wonderful
love to.
practitioners in this area. We can all help you. A lot of us do play shops, workshops, whatever, and it's really all about trusting.
What's a play shop?
Well, that's my idea of a workshop. When people go to workshops, the word work is right in their brain, right? So they're thinking they're going to have to do a lot of work at this thing. And it might be a topic that they're scared of or unfamiliar with. So I started doing play shops, and I make it fun. If it's not fun, we're not going to do it. We do silly things at mine, sometimes like blowing bubbles. Sometimes we'll finger paint with pudding. But it's all getting to know our inner child and our soul self. So that's a play shop.
That sounds good. That sounds like fun. So that's amazing. So I could. Who wants to learn to see angels besides me, and why?
All the time I have people that want to see angels because somewhere along the line, the soul in the human body loses trust and connection with the higher powers and the angels. But angels are something that we can resonate with because angels are not considered ever bad, evil, or anything. So people want to connect with the angels and learn to trust them and know how many they have around guarding them. And you can talk to angels. It's amazing.
It would make most people feel good if they knew they had a protector. Like you said, you're protected here and protected there. I would love to know that I have this protection around me all the time.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you can answer this question because in my readings and studying, some people come down and they've already had a physical reincarnation, but they say angels have never been in the physical body. They were created by the universe, and they're a special kind of creatures. And how would I know that? Is that true?
That's what they tell me. They are, and some of them are ascended masters, like Metatron and Archangel Michael and Saint Germain. They have gone through what they do as beings and overseen others. And then there are what you call earth angels. Those people come into the human body to help others, and they're just with that loving energy that people resonate with.
Could someone like Mother Teresa be an earth angel?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm
So
positive she.
No, I'm not expecting you to answer this question, but who was Jesus Christ?
That one I have a hard time with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I believe
can't
there was a
answer.
wonderful, they call them avatars, like Mohammed or Buddha.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's too bad
I agree
get,
with that.
It's too bad they get connected to just one religion.
Yes.
But, I'm not going to knock it. Whatever works for you. This works
we
for
all have
me,
our
so
own.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good,
So
good,
you
good.
like talking about angels, and you get messages from them, and that's called channeling?
Channeling. Well, there's intuition too.
What's the
Yes.
difference?
And everybody receives the information in a different way. There's clairsentience, clairaudience, clairvoyance.
Okay, explain each one, please.
I'm not good at explaining.
Oh, clairsentience, isn't that feeling?
Yeah,
And
and
clairaudience
clairaudience
is hearing.
and clairvoyant is the
Seeing.
Yeah.
Boy.
I don't see I don't hear. I'm not sure how to describe how I receive the information. I just put trust and it comes out my mouth. Like everything I'm saying right now, it's not coming from here. It's coming from my angels and guides of what they want me to say. It's coming out my mouth, so it's an energetic feeling.
I'm taking advantage of this. I want, since I'm talking to these people that are elevated, what are some good things you can tell people nowadays? Because so much going on, and to protect them, to keep them healthy. What can they? Oh, I know, life purpose. That really hits me hard. I always felt that if a person was born and they came in with abilities and talents and they don't get to use them, they wind up in a job and they're miserable.
Yes.
I've heard people say, I can't wait for the weekend. I've been fortunate. I've done work that I've really loved, but I think it just happened. So I think one of the most important things is, besides teaching a person to be a loving, kind person, is to teach them their purpose in life, so that when they have to make a living, they're doing something they love. So it's not a work, it's play.
That comes up in every single session I have with my mentorees. That's what we work towards. They come to me with blocks and they're not happy in their life and they're stuck with all these beliefs and things, and so that's what we're working towards. And I don't have a specific program, which is difficult to say to anybody. What do you do? Well, I tap into your energy and we work here in the physical plane and on the etheric 24/7. And it's funny because some of them will call me in the morning and go, were you with me during my sleep last night at 3 a.m.? Yes. What were we doing? And I'll kind of go to one of the energy transmissions to explain that, because that's a big part of it and how we find our purpose, okay? So I work with Saint Germain. He called me in one time and said, here's what we're going to do. You and I are going to work together and we're going to help people. The transmissions will be while they're asleep, and you and I will go out into the etheric plane, back into their lifetimes and this one, and we'll help them to clear things that they don't consciously need to know.
For instance?
Oh, if somebody was raped or they murdered somebody in another life, or, really horrendous things.
Oh,
that we
previous
don't,
life.
Yeah, usually in a previous life, that they don't need to know. So the first transmission is about self-acceptance. Accepting yourself as this incarnated being, okay? Then, and I never tell anybody when we're doing it. I'll say it'll be within the first couple weeks, and you'll know, you'll call me. So then the second one is self-love, okay? We have to accept ourselves before we can truly love ourselves on all levels, right?
Before we can love anybody else.
And anybody else. Yeah, exactly. And so then the last one is receiving. Because once we like ourselves and accept ourselves, once we love ourselves and are able to give and receive love, we're able to receive all the abundance and all the love that the universe meant for us to have in our lives.
A lot of people think they don't deserve it.
Right. Right.
If you got up every morning saying, I love myself, I deserve, well, the secret came out, and that's more or less what it was teaching. That was a wonderful, wonderful video.
Yeah, it was.
I loved
And
it.
there are a lot of practitioners that probably do things similar to what I do. And this brings me to a question that was asked of me at Crystal Heart last week is, how do you choose a reader? How do you choose a practitioner?
Oh, that's a very good question.
Your soul connects with other people, right? You walk into a room, somebody has negative energy, you don't want to be around them.
I wanted to interview you the minute I saw you.
Thank you. Yes, you were very open and friendly. And lots of different things. So when you go to, say, an event, or you're coming here to New Renaissance, look at the people's faces or see them, feel their energy, and you'll keep going back to the same one that is drawing you, or the same modality you want to learn. You'll keep going to books on Reiki or something like that. That's your soul and your heart guiding you to what is best for you.
I think mine has been doing that the last couple decades.
Good.
Yeah, because I do start to, the energy, I am connecting with the energy, and I'm making friends with people who I feel are the same energy.
Yeah,
and
me too, yeah.
Yeah, so I've kind of narrowed it down lately.
Yeah.
And well, not lately, for quite a while I've done that.
Yeah.
And I just feel more alive, and just
Isn't
I
it
feel
wonderful?
like it's wonderful. I feel like I'm doing my sole purpose. But I don't know. I guess I was lucky. It just let it happen, and it happened. I don't think I had somebody helping me find it.
That's even better, when
Is it?
you can
Yeah.
just go within and
Yeah.
you keep going towards it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a hit and miss proposition, just
It
like
is.
anything else in
It
life.
is. So you
Yeah.
tell people to find that, use your gut feeling, but do you think everybody's in that position where they're using their intuition? I mean,
They don't know they're using their intuition yet, a lot of the time.
Oh,
They're just
okay.
using that feeling of like, I don't know, I'm not sure about this person. but I really like that one's smile, or I like the way she's dressed, or
yeah, exactly.
whatever it is.
So they don't realize what they're doing, but they're doing it.
Right.
Yeah. Now the channeling is interesting. I've gone to classes where people have been channeling, and sometimes they posture changes, their voice changes.
Yes.
And that makes people think this is weird, but it's not really, is it?
No, it's not. It's not. And you and I were talking a little bit about the Akashic Records earlier, and that, when I channel the Akashic Records.
Say that slowly, because I can never say it.
Akashic Records.
And what does that word mean? Akashic Records. Is there a name? Is it just?
It's the soul's library.
Soul's
Basically,
library.
of all the different lifetimes. And it's fascinating because they'll channel through how many lifetimes a person has been incarnated and what they've been incarnated as. Because a lot of us don't think that we've been incarnated as animals or trees or anything else.
Well, isn't that called transmigration? And not and have people been animals and things?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
and
really?
it comes through in the Akashic Records because it's still the same soul.
Okay, but
Still the same soul.
once you become human, you won't go back to being an animal, will you?
I don't know that for
Ooh,
sure.
I don't want to be an animal.
I don't know that
Unless I
for
can be an
sure,
eagle.
because I had someone recently that crossed over and had me ask if she would be open to him coming back as her dog.
Oh my, excuse me. Goodness.
She didn't want to have a husband or be married again, right? Because she's my age. She's in her 60s.
She wanted him as a dog?
She
Excuse me.
loved him before he had problems. Well, she didn't say she wanted him as a dog. It was he knew she wanted a dog, right? A puppy.
Yeah.
So he asked if it was okay.
If he could come back as a puppy, okay.
And she kind of,
as long as we have a choice.
Yeah, she kind of, and she went, "Thank you for asking." And she goes, "Well, I know." And oh yeah, you'll know. You'll be all of a sudden drawn to a puppy.
That's scary to me, because I want to come back as a. I saw worms all over the sidewalk this morning. I don't be laying there for bird bait.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
You don't think I'm more evolved? I probably won't come back as a worm or anything like that.
You probably won't, but I know I was a dog in a past life, at least once. And how I know this is weird.
Really?
I never liked dogs. Never, up until about 4 years ago, and my son brought home a pit bull. And I'm like, a pit bull, oh Lord.
Yeah, that was
I don't know about this one. And I realized I really liked this dog. She had a great personality. So one day, I was doing some meditation, and I was being euthanized as a dog.
Oh God! See, I don't want to do that.
And that's why I didn't like dogs. It broke my heart to be around a dog. I couldn't train him. I couldn't do anything because I had been euthanized as a dog. Yeah. Same as I know I drowned in quite a few lifetimes because I saw that happen, and I nearly drowned once in this lifetime.
Oh my
And that's when I saw it, and I said, "Oh, I'm not going under this time. I'm coming back," and I did it. I came back to the surface on my own.
Jeez. God.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I'm interested in this stuff, but you're going beyond what I even can ask you. I don't know where to go from here.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. But how does the Akashic Records help us?
Well, sometimes we are kind of in a crossroads stuck. The angels aren't answering what we feel we need to know, the cards, whatever we're doing. So when we go to the records and we find out some of the lifetimes that we lived, the Lords of Karma, who watch over this big library out in the universe, will share snippets.
But with somebody like you, they
now.
won't tell me. I'll have to go to somebody who can channel it.
Actually, I can teach you how to do that. I did that at the last event. I just had everybody, I did a guided meditation, had them close their eyes, and then I asked them to look into what last lifetime they see. They didn't have to verbalize it out loud, and then I said, okay, look at how that lifetime has affected you in this lifetime. Write it down if you need to. All three of them were like, oh my gosh, they tapped into.
You just have to get in that state, that other altered state.
Yeah.
The brainwaves change? I don't know if you can answer.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah,
I'm sure they do.
Or in alpha, I forget, that there are 4 or 5 different brainwaves. Yeah. Wow, that blows my mind. Okay, so we talked about the records, and you're a mentor and a coach.
Yes.
So you can mentor people, mentor them spiritually, I imagine.
Yes.
Yeah, and coach them.
in their spirituality
Yeah.
and finding their life purpose, because that's a real tough one for a lot of
You
people.
know, I'm going to save a whole interview for life. Could we talk maybe 10 minutes on life purpose, or is that?
Whatever.
Okay,
This is your show.
Oh, I know, but I want to do another interview with you, and I
Yeah.
like to keep them around 15 minutes. I think we're about there now.
Okay.
And so I want to come back and do another interview with you for about 15 minutes on life purpose, and then there's so many different things. We'll set up some more.
Wonderful.
So thank you,
It's a
Sandi.
pleasure. I love
I'm
sharing.
excited. I can't wait to talk to you in the next interview.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm
Thank-
looking forward.
thank
So,
you.
so wonderful to have somebody so open.
Oh, well, that's me. Right, folks? You've watched Pauline interviews. You know I'm pretty open. Thank you for watching another edition. I am going to have Sandi back, and next time we're going to talk about spiritual life purpose, which is your life purpose. So please watch another edition. Thank you for watching.